The option of flag polling for Canadian immigration is about to end. The government recently announced that flag polling will no longer be available as an option in the near future. In this video, we're going to get into the details of this announcement. But before we start, my name is Madhur Parashar. I'm a licensed Canadian immigration consultant. My contact information is on this video and in the description. If you need any help with your immigration applications, feel free to reach out for our paid immigration services. Now let's get into the announcement. So a couple of days ago, on December 17th, Canada's Immigration Minister Mark Miller announced that very soon the option or the pathway of flag polling for the purpose of applying for Canadian immigration applications like work permit, study permit will no longer be available. Now, I want to make two things very clear. Number one, it is not an official law or regulation or rule yet. It was an announcement or a proposal. So it has not come into effect right now. So as of right now, on December 19th, flag polling is still available. If you go to the port of entry today, right now, you can avail flag polling services. The refusal risk is very high and the agents might refuse to process, but flag polling as an option is currently applicable. A lot of people are saying that it has been stopped immediately. That is not true. Flag polling will end soon and an announcement about that official end will come soon. That is what we are expecting. But we don't know exactly as of which official date will flag polling be officially stopped. So let's talk about why flag polling has been ended. Firstly, a lot of people going to the port of entry for making immigration applications causes a lot of traffic and congestion at the border, and the officials like CBSA officials are supposed to do border security work. They're supposed to stop smuggling and drugs and terrorism, but their attention is diverted towards processing immigration applications. So it kind of distracts them from their work. Immigration officials on the US side have to receive the people who are coming into US, turn them around, and that takes up a lot of their time as well. After the recent election in the US, Donald Trump has made border security issues really high priority, and to make the US side happy, they're trying to make some changes with regard to our border policy. That's why flag polling has been ended. So there are two kinds of people who do or rather used to do flag polling. Number one are people in Canada who are not eligible to make certain applications in Canada. For example, visitor visa to work permit, not allowed in Canada. Visitor visa to study permit, not allowed in Canada. So these people, that's category one. And then category two, people who are allowed to make in Canada applications like spousal open work permit applications. Both types of people used to go to the border to get their work permits faster. Canada has been trying to tighten the flag polling or reduce flag polling for a long time now. Earlier, they banned PGWP applications at the border, which means you could not go to the border and get your PGWP faster. So that ban had been made. So they were trying to tighten the screws on flag polling and reduce flag polling for a long time now. But the sudden pressure due to the US election and border security has made them to completely ban flag polling. Let's talk about what happens when you do flag polling. A few different outcomes can happen. Number one, if you're really lucky, your application might get approved. Number two, you might get a refusal. So the border officer might refuse your application. Simple. You got refused, you go back home, and then you try for some other status. Border officer can refuse your application and issue you a departure order, meaning your application is refused and your status is cancelled now, and you receive a letter saying you need to leave Canada within 30 days or 60 days or 20 days. So that was a departure order. And the next one was even more serious, a refusal and an exclusion order, meaning your application is refused, your status is cancelled, and you need to go home and you cannot apply to come to Canada for the next 12 months. So right now, flag polling is officially still available. So technically you can try flag polling today, as of today, December 19th. But the risk is very high. The chances of approval are very low, and you might end up receiving not just a refusal, but also a departure order or an exclusion order. And there is a high chance that they might just turn you away, saying that, hey, we don't do flag polling anymore. So, and this you will only find out after going to the border. They're not going to answer your phone calls. They're not going to give you any appointment or any advance information at the border. So if you can avoid flag polling, please do so. If you cannot avoid it, or if there is some emergency, then at least consult with a licensed professional so that you can reduce your risk, so that you can increase your chances of approval, and you can prepare proper documentation and maximize your chances of success. On this channel, we'll keep you updated on the latest immigration changes and offer tips and tricks. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel. Again, my name is Madhur Parashar. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. My contact information is on this video. If you need any help with your immigration applications, feel free to reach out for our immigration services.